Hi there. Guess what we're talking about today? AI slop. AI is everywhere these days. You see it on social media, on art forums, even in the classroom. And no, I'm not talking about students using ChatGPT to write essays because they didn't feel like reading The Great Gatsby in their downtime. I seriously believe that all of this AI everywhere is harming not only our environment, but our minds as well. That's something we can argue about for days without end. Unfortunately, what I wanted to talk about today are specifically those AI history videos all over TikTok and YouTube. I'm going to show you a clip from a video that I was recommended about a week ago. Keep in mind that almost every bit of footage you see in this next few seconds are completely AI. Scratch that. Every single bit of this is AI. The narrating, the script, the videos, all of it completely AI, passed as research.
The year is 1940. The world outside the Great Basin of Nevada is spiraling into the chaos of World War II, but inside a small, unassuming fissure known as Spirit Cave, the air is deathly still. Sydney and Georgia Wheeler, a husband and wife archaeological team, are crawling through the dust. Their lanterns flicker, casting long, dancing shadows against walls that haven't seen light since the dawn of the Holocene. They aren't looking for a miracle. They are looking for fragments, broken projectile points, perhaps a few stray animal bones. But as the beam of Georgia's light sweeps across a shallow pit in the cave floor, it settles on something that stops her breath. It is a bundle, tightly wrapped, appearing almost like a discarded cocoon. But this is no insect. It is a human being, preserved with such startling clarity that it feels as if he might exhale at any moment.
May I also say, I find it highly disrespectful to use a dead man's likeness for a false research video, entirely generated by AI. Not a single real image attached to the man's name. They didn't even have the decency to do a quick Google search to throw in a short video together, which was easy to do, coming from somebody who actually made a video in response. Just shameful. While not every story that's created using AI imagery is false, I feel like using AI on a research topic or history commentary is extremely misleading and damaging to those who want actual research presented to them. I left a comment on this video with only 2 words: AI slop. Hi, Editing Zaya here. While editing this video, it came to my attention that majority of videos on this channel are all assumedly AI, about Neanderthal procreating, to put it lightly. I've not watched any of the videos, however the thumbnails of the videos are dead giveaways. I'm just going to call it what it is, it's an AI fetish channel. For this reason, I will not be linking the channel due to the untasteful nature of the videos. I don't recommend searching the channel out as attention creates demand. Thank you. The responses to my comments were interesting. Multiple people informing me that I don't know what I'm talking about, and why don't you make a video using real footage if it's so easy? Imagine this. I'm going to give you a scenario. Your doctor makes a large commission on prescribing medications for rare diseases and illnesses. Your doctor can't seem to find any patients to sell this medication that makes him lots of money when prescribed to his patients. And lots of doctors don't agree with the medications that he wants to prescribe to you. So you come in looking for answers about what's made you feeling this way recently. Instead of properly taking a look at your symptoms and saying, this is what you have, and here's some medicine, he decides that you are a wonderful opportunity because you aren't a doctor, so why would you know any better? He falsifies some of your test results, and it's all to sell you this prescription that you don't need and it won't help you. History is an interpretive field that needs to be carefully handled. Scholars debate truth over historical scenarios often, and an AI cannot comprehend these theories, let alone generative AI. History is complex, many scenarios entirely theoretical, and AI is only going to take the name and come up with something of its own idea of fact, rather than debate why it's truth based on evidence and research. AI should not do your homework, nor should it make your research essays. Now compare the scenario I've made about doctors to research videos, entirely narrated by AI and made with generative AI on a monetized platform with lots of people eager to learn about something new. Now it doesn't seem quite right, does it? This part of the video is for you who has booed me for being unhappy with AI-generated videos about real history. Compare my video to the AI video you've seen, and tell me which one feels more educational rather than fantastical. For other viewers, if you're looking for more commentary rather than my educational lesson, you can use the chapters in the timeline of the video to hear me yap rather than teach. The specimen's likeness that has been used for this video belongs to Otzi. Now, I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, so you'll kind of just have to... Here's the Here's the correct pronunciation of his name.
Ötzi.
There is, in fact, a mummy named Otzi. However, the evidence that has been generated inside this video doesn't even display the actual mummy. This is Otzi. Nothing like this AI video. In these images of the real mummy, you can see that they do not have hair. Yet, funnily enough, in every AI video, Otzi has a full head of hair. Let me give you the real story of this mummy. All of the information I'm about to provide has been provided through sources like Wikipedia and a website hosted by the museum holding his body and that has done his research. So where was he from, and where was his body located? In the AI video, the narrator claims that the body was discovered by Sydney and Georgia Wheeler. This is completely false. However, the discovery was indeed made by two people. The body was found on 19th of September 1991. German tourists Erika and Helmut Simon discovering the body during a mountain hike in the Schnassel Val/Snallies Valley. I don't think I said that right. Here's how to actually pronounce it. And this is a direct quote from Wikipedia. The next day, a mountain gendarme and the keeper of the nearby Silman hut first attempted to remove the body, which was frozen in ice below the torso, using a pneumatic drill and ice axes, but bad weather forced them to give up. Within a short time, 8 groups visited the site, among whom were mountaineers Hans Kammerlander and Reinhold Messner. So, where is he from? This is also from Wikipedia. By autosomal DNA, Otzi is most closely related to Southern Europeans, especially geographically isolated populations like Korsians and Sardians. Also think I pronounced this wrong. Otzi traced the majority of his ancestry to the Neolithic early European farmers who migrated from Anatolia to Europe, beginning the 7th millennium BC, replacing earlier European hunter-gatherers as dominant population. Doesn't quite sound the same as in Nevada. And here's another fun fact. DNA analysis also showed him at high risk of atherosclerosis and lactose intolerance, with the presence of the DNA sequence of Borrelia burgdorferi, also saying that wrong, possibly making him the earliest known human with Lyme disease. A later analysis suggested the sequence may have been a different Borrelia species. So we can determine from this information so far, including everything the AI video has said and all of its imagery, has been false. Names, method of discovery, locations, even the way the mummy was discovered. And this has all been debunked only 50 seconds into this AI video. In case this hasn't convinced you on how harmful these AI videos are to real research, I've got more interesting data. Konrad Spindler, an expert in pre- and early history at Innsbruck University, was finally called in on the 24th of September. He promptly estimated the mummy's age to be at least 4,000 years old, as the corpse has already started to decompose. It was placed in a cold cell that simulated glacier conditions. So not only does the AI video lie to you in every single way, but it completely came up with its own narrative based on a name alone. I think I really don't have to say anything else about this video, as I've debunked the entire video in only a matter of a few minutes, with only a few things to say. So everything this video has said is completely lied to you. Not only was this mummy not found in America, but it also has nothing to say about American history or human evolution. Everything this video claims is completely false. Not only that, but it's crazy to me how people are defending this video without doing any research of their own. Now, take everything I've said your own way. Some people are extremely protective or defensive of AI and how it can be used, but just with this short example, I've shown you that AI is definitely not credible, and in no way has it ever been credible whenever it comes to research, and that seems to be what people are using it for. I find that extremely strange. Not only have you rejected doing research of your own, but you've also tried to mislead people with this AI video. And I really think it's wrong. I think it's wrong. And this is just my commentary. Like, there's nothing I can say that can convince some people that AI slop has gone too far, but when it starts to sink into my history lessons, which is, by the way, my time where I sit down and I eat my food, because that's very important to me. I think you can obviously see. It's very important to me that what I'm seeing is real, and that it's factual, and that it's good research. And that is not good research. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to hear any more commentary, let me know. I don't plan on having a commentary channel, but if you'd like to subscribe, then you're free to subscribe, and if this video gets some good attention, then maybe I'll make another one. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye-bye!